Hello everyone, how are we all doing? My name is Trevon from freestudiotime.com, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to get nice balanced dynamics out of your vocals. So let's get straight into it. So in my opinion, there is one clear-cut way in order to get balanced dynamics, which is of course compression. There's only one compression that I'm going to be going over with you all today, which is dual compression. So if you don't know what dual compression is, it involves using one really fast, aggressive compressor to attack the peaks of your audio signal, and then using another softer, more gradual compressor to round out the dynamics of your audio signal. Using these two compressors in tandem take the workload off of each other, creating a lot more of a nice, balanced, crisp, and transparent sound. If you don't believe me, I'm just gonna play a little piece of this song and show you for yourself.
It's when I get to talking, yeah, and get the feeling that it's nothing at all, other than loving, yeah. And now you got us rushing to roll.
So yeah, it obviously does not sound too bad at all. Let me show you what I did for these compressors. So let's go to the vocal bus. First off, I'm gonna open my fast aggressive compressor, which is the CLA 1176. Now this compressor is actually known for having some pretty aggressive settings. I'm pretty sure this compressor also works in microseconds and not milliseconds like how a lot of the other compressors work in. For the peaks, as far as gain reduction goes, I'm probably getting around anywhere 4 to 5 decibels of gain reduction, something like that. Remember, we already have another compressor handling the shaping of our dynamics, so we want to make sure we're not doing too much compression. That's why this one needs to go so fast. I'm actually gonna play this for you. I already did the adjustments. Right here I have a moderately fast attack, I have a really fast release, and all I pretty much did from there was just pull down the threshold until I was getting a decent amount of gain reduction consistently on most of my peaks. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you, let you see how this compressor is working.
It's when I get to talking, yeah, and get the feeling that it's nothing at all, other than loving, yeah. And now you got us rushing to roll.
So yeah, I was actually getting more like 2 dB of gain reduction on those peaks consistently, and I say my max was about 3 dB of gain reduction. But what I want you to take away from that is how the knob right here kind of just snapped up and went immediately back down as soon as it came up. That's exactly what we want out of this compressor. That's why I really like to use compressors with knobs like this, or that show you how much gain reduction you're getting as the song is playing, because it's no way to really know if you don't have any type of visual representation of how much gain reduction you're getting out of your compressor. You kind of just have to guess and use your ears, which is normally not the best way to compress your vocals. So using compressors like this is really nice. I think this compressor is about 30 bucks off of Waves, so really great recommendation if you're interested in trying it out. Now the second compressor that I'm using on this track is from Neutron 4. Some people like to use the CLA 2A in tandem with that CLA 1176, but the thing about using a CLA 2A, you can get a really nice balanced sound out of that specific compressor. But the only thing about it is, for this song I wanted a bit more of a ratio, and I know on that compressor I can only get a 3:1 ratio out of it, which I don't really like. So that's why I'm just going to go ahead and use Neutron 4 so I can get a pretty high ratio to really push my vocals down into this mix. So on this compressor I use a 6:1 ratio, 15 millisecond attack time, and 175 millisecond release time, and I'm getting like 8 to 10 dB of gain reduction. I think I'm getting like 8 dB of gain reduction consistently. I have the threshold down to like negative 21.9 dB, and I have about 5 decibels of added makeup gain. Oh, it's actually 7.8 dB of makeup gain. So I'm just gonna play this song. We're gonna just take a look at what's going on as this compressor plays. So let's get straight into it.
It's when I get to talking, yeah, and get the feeling that it's nothing at all, other than love. behavior. And now you got us rushing to roll.
So yeah, on the louder parts of my audio signal, I was getting about 9 decibels of gain reduction. So max, I'm getting 12 dB of gain reduction out of both of my compressors. But if you were to take a look up top and just really look at everything, look at the actual shape of the audio waves, you would notice that it looks a lot more consistent with this compressor on now. Like the line is a lot more narrow from the lower frequencies to the higher frequencies. And that's really how it's supposed to be. Now, before I actually started using this compressor and I just had the aggressive compressor on, you would notice that the audio signal was actually just a little bit louder, but the actual peaks of my audio signal were majority in tame. So actually, before I started using this compressor and I just had the aggressive compressor on, if I was to play through my song, you would notice that it would be, of course, a lot louder than it is now, but you would notice that there's not as much crazy things happening with my peaks because I've already used that aggressive compressor to attack the peaks. So that means it's less work for this compressor to go through, which means this compressor is going to be used a lot more efficiently. You're going to get a lot better of a sound out of using this compressor, because just think about it, now this compressor doesn't have to work so hard at compressing the peaks, and it can really focus more on shaping the overall sound of your dynamics. But everyone, that is dual compression for you. That's a little trick I like to use to get nice and balanced sounds out of my mix. I use that in almost every single mix. It's a really nice method to use. But alright everyone, if you're a beginner and you want to learn how to mix your vocals, make sure you hit the video down below so I can give you a detailed step-by-step guide to ensure you understand every single step of the process. Watching this will save you so much time of scattering across YouTube for the information, only to still be left confused by the very end. Make sure you hit the video down below so you can become a better mix engineer. But alright everyone, I hope you got a lot of value out of this video. If you did, make sure to hit like, make sure to hit subscribe. I'll catch you all in the next one.